Good morning. It is raining outside. I'm Amanda Marie NP, and on this channel, I share all things nurse practitioner entrepreneurship. So it's raining. I want to take you with me. We're going to go into the office, and then I want to share with you some information on how to find a collaborating physician if you find yourself in a state very much like Ohio that requires you to have a collaborating physician in order to start a private practice. So we're going to go inside. I'm going to grab my bags. I wish I was not getting rained on, but that is the reality. Okay, so I got out of the rain and we're inside of the practice, sitting here at the desk just wanting to share with you some very valuable little nuggets on how to find a collaborating physician if you find yourself in a state very much like mine where you have to have a collaborating physician in order to get started in your very own nurse practitioner owned business. So recently on a business coaching call, I shared with one of my clients that word of mouth is a massive way to find a collaborating physician. So what I mean by that is if you work in a practice where there are physicians that you work with that you have good relationships with, that's an amazing way. That's actually how I got started with my very first collaborating physician, was actually for $300 a month, and it was an older gentleman physician, psychiatrist, who was looking for some kind of side hustle money, and he had other collaboratives that worked under him already. He was familiar with the process, and I strongly recommend networking. Networking is huge. So former colleagues, even preceptors maybe that you've had in the past, make amazing supervising physicians or collaborating physicians. Reach out to old nursing school contacts and clinical rotation connections. You can also even try looking on LinkedIn, Facebook, and other socials. But it would be good for me to tell you exactly how to use those platforms. So listen, there are these secret groups on Facebook that are not actual pages at all. They are literally just messenger conversations that happen, and you're going to want to become a part of this. So if you're interested in something like that, you kind of have to know someone who's in the group already, into the group messenger, and then they can add you. So like I told my client, I would be very interested and willing to add you into these groups, and it's not state specific, because there are tons of healthcare professionals, nurse practitioners, and physicians that are inside of these chats. And this is really where you're going to want to be at if you don't have a lot of in-person connections to tap into. So you're going to have to think outside of the box a little bit on how to find a collaborating physician if you're not interested in using a company where you're going to pay a couple $1,000s for a service that it's just simply not necessary to have to pay that kind of money. So not only do you need this physician, but you also have to have a collaborative physician agreement. So in this collaborative agreement, which PS, by the way, if you stay to the very end, I have a freebie for you, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the videos that I have coming your way, then you're going to be able to get your hands on a template. So listen, this is not difficult. Do not allow needing a collaborating physician to be the thing that holds you back from starting your private practice, because if I can do this, you can do this very same thing. Now, there are Facebook groups that you can join. NPs in private practice in blank state. You just have to type in the exact keywords of what you're looking for. So post clearly about what state you are in and exactly what it is that you are looking for. You can also try those collaborating search engine type platforms and different variations such as collaborative docs. I strongly recommend you not use collaborative docs, and the reason for that is because that is their actual business model, is to find nurse practitioners. They have identified the pain point, which I've taught you to do when starting your own business. And if you've been on a coaching call with me before, you understand exactly how this process works. And that is their job, is to identify those of us who need a collaborative physician. And then very much like gasoline prices, it's completely out of our control. There's nothing we can do. We have to pay what they say because we have to have a collaborative physician in order to have a private practice. Well, I say no. Let's not allow that to dictate and cause us to spend unnecessary money. We're trying to keep our overhead expenses low so we can increase our revenue and serve the people that we feel God has placed in our lives to serve. So there are platforms like Freedom Works, Collaborative Docs, MD at Your Service, Medi-Cal and NP collaboration that you can look into, but they charge monthly fees. They can be a bit of a headache and cost you a lot of money. You can also reach out to state medical associations like NP associations, and they have referral lists as well. And this might be another option for you if you find yourself struggling even after using those private chats that happen on Facebook. If after exhausting every single person that you know, previous colleagues, and likewise other healthcare professionals, and you just can't find a collaborating physician, I want you to consider attending local networking events for CME conferences. So if you ever go to a live CME, you're going to network, you're going to meet people, you're going to have to use your mouth. You want to form those strong relationships with other healthcare professionals, and it may not be a collaborating physician that you meet at a CME, but it may be another very helpful nurse practitioner who wants to see you succeed. And now you've begun to collect these healthcare providers' names, contact numbers, emails. And then when you're ready to start your very own nurse practitioner business, and you're finally in need of this collaborating physician, you've built a network of healthcare individuals who are just ready to help you. Physicians who attend those CMEs and other NPs that attend those CME sessions are going to be way more likely to share contact information than what you realize. So have your pitch ready. Be completely prepared for that conversation when it is time for that to happen. Another thing you can do is cold outreach. So this might not yield as much of the friendly vibe as you're going for, but ultimately, if you get a collaborating physician out of the deal, that's what we're looking for, right? So identify local doctors, groups. I would strongly suggest other private practices, internal medicine specialists aligned with the niche that you're going for, and send a professional letter on letterhead. Or better yet, maybe just stop into the office and ask to speak with the doctor. You can make an appointment also to go in and meet with the doctor and explain what you're looking for and see if they might be interested in helping you. Listen, we need not be a practice where, I've heard this statement before, where nurses eat their young. That should not be the way that we are. There are so many people that need healthcare, and they need access to reliable, knowledgeable, well-trained, educated, friendly, caring, compassionate healthcare professionals. So we need to train up exactly the way that we want those kind of individuals to look like. Who do you want to take care of your family? Who do you want to provide services for your children? That's the kind of healthcare provider that you need to be. So listen, be clear about what you offer whenever you do start to negotiate your collaborating physician agreement. And again, as promised, in the description box below this video, I have a link. If you click on that, it will take you to a page where I have 3 things that I am offering to you for download. You're not going to have to buy anything, so put away the wallet. I'm giving you a practice checklist to get started in your very own nurse practitioner owned private practice, as well as a template that you can use as a startup for your very own collaborative physician agreement. In that link below, you will also find some paid products like my NP Business Binder, where I'm offering Module 1, helping you with branding, marketing, logo development, etc. And that's going to be something you're going to want to get because I have a binder literally where I'm rolling out these modules. You're going to print them, put them in plastic sleeves, and get ready to see your private practice dreams come true. I also do one-on-one coaching calls, and I have a school community that I am growing from the ground up with other healthcare professionals who are in your shoes. I would love to have you in that community as well. Okay, subscribe to the channel and let me help you find a collaborating physician and let me help you to grow your practice from the ground up. I'm super excited you're here. Comment below any video ideas that you have. I have a few requests that I'm working on right now. I would be happy to put one with your name on it. God bless, and I'll see you in the very next video.